If you are looking for a place to host your tournament or have the best teams come to your tournament, go to hockeytournaments.com today. And now, that would be this one. Okay, hi there. My name is Ron Juckett, and this is Retro Sports Network over at YouTube, but doing a test stream tonight on Twitch. And let me put this where people can actually see it. Too much stuff going on. Okay, wow, I see myself. And that's a good thing. Okay, so tonight we're going to do something special. We're going to play a hockey game between the all-time Boston Bruins and the all-time Montreal Canadiens. And the Boston Bruins are going to be coached by Claude Julien, because why not? And Joe Blake is the head coach for the Montreal Canadiens. Going to have some fun, going to play some hockey, and going to test out to see just if anyone will actually come and watch. So here we go. It'll be the Bruins and the Canadiens. And once again, oops, where the hell did my phone go? Off like a herd of thunder and turtles here. Yeah, let's do that. And once again, this game is brought to you by hockeytournaments.com. If you are looking to host a tournament in North America, hockeytournaments.com has the right package for you to get the best players to get to your facility. Or if you're looking for a tournament this fall or spring or, hey, even summer, hockeytournaments.com is where you should go to find something that fits your needs. Okay, so here we go. We got the Bruins and the Canadiens from the Forum in Montreal. Let's meet the starters. The computer will be running the Bruins. Phil Esposito is at center, with Johnny Busick will be on his left, Cam Neely on his right. The defensive pairing, oh my goodness. Bobby Orr and Raymond Bourque together on the blue line, with Pete Peters being the goaltender of choice for Claude Julien and the computer. For the Les Canadiens, Les Habitants, is Jean Beliveau at center, with Steve Shutt on the left and Guy Lafleur on the right. Some controversy that Maurice Richard has been dumped to the third line, but he'll play. And on the blue line for Montreal, Doug Harvey and Guy Lapointe, with Kenny Dryden in the net for Montreal. Oops. So come on, get to the right team here. So Beliveau and Esposito at center ice. And the faceoff was won by Esposito. Montreal has it. Beliveau into the zone. Lafleur behind the net, as Lapointe possibly open for a shot, but Orr checks Lafleur in the boards, and here come the Bruins. Busick over to Espo. Low angle shot on Dryden. Misses everything. Montreal in possession. Lapointe. And we'll have our first line change of the game. Dickie Moore, Pierre LaRouche, and Boom Boom Bernie Jeffrey on the forwards for Montreal, with Larry Robinson and Chris Chelios on the defense. Lapointe starts it up to Jeffrey-on, to LaRouche, over to Dickie Moore. The left wing behind the net has Jeffrey-on open in the middle. Pass to Jeffrey-on. Point blank range on Peters, who gets the save. Rebound in front, being fought for by Don Sweeney, and the Bruins are in control. Now to Hodge, over to Thornton. Back over to Joe Thornton. Guarded by LaRouche. Thornton shoots. That's wide of everything. Montreal has the puck. Now Moore to LaRouche. Boom Boom Jeffrey from the dot. Misses everything with Peters, and Boston's in possession. Third line in from Montreal. Pete Mahavlich with Henri and Maurice Richard on the wings. Serge Savard and J.C. Tremblay on defense for the Bruins. Joe Thornton with Horvath and Hodge on the wings. Don Sweeney and Brad Park are on the defense. Here's Bork. He'll skate it up. Rattel to Busick. Back to Rattel. One-timer for Orr. And Dryden will make the save and hold on. Oh, okay. That's not a surprise that you got an ad before it came on. But you haven't missed anything, and this has been recorded. So one shot aside for both teams. John Rattel out there with McKenzie. John McKenzie. And Johnny Busick, the Chief. Glenn Wesley and Zdeno Chara on defense for the Bruins. No changes for Montreal. Mahavlich with Henri and Maurice on the sides. Harvey and Lapointe, the top defensive line. And I forgot to check out our lines. So we are ready. No score. First period. Rattel over to Wesley. Back over to Busick. Lapointe with the check. And the Hams will skate it out. Harvey to Mahavlich. Rattel with that check. Boston at center. Wesley will dump it in. Murray over to Adam Oates, who loses it. Montreal to rush the other way. Mahavlich and Henri Richard. Wesley back to defend. Henri Richard shoots. Peters with a save. And that's a save and a hold. And I'm missing a forward somewhere. So Dickie Moore. Who am I missing out here? Provost? I think Claude Provost. Claude Provost, Jacques Lemaire, and Yvon Cournoyer, the forwards for Montreal. Serge Savard and J.C. Tremblay on defense for the Habs. Thornton out there with Horvath and Hodge. Orr and Bork. The dream combo. Lemaire and Thornton to face it off. Lemaire wins it. Over to Tremblay. As Provost open in the middle. Provost with a shot blocked by Bork. Now Boston has it. Horvath. And the Bruins will change up and skate it out. Samsonov to Adam Oates. Can't control it. Montreal clears. And now Neely has it back at center. He's with Cashman and Esposito. First line out for Montreal. And second line defense. Both teams change. Neely to Esposito. Over to Orr. Orr shoots on Dryden, and Dryden makes the save. .13:46 first period. No changes for Montreal or the Bruins. Esposito and Beliveau in the zone. In the Montreal zone. Esposito wins the face. Bork with a slapper. Dryden with the save, and he'll hang on again. And the Bruins will change up. Wayne Cashman, John McKenzie, and John Rattel. This time for the Bruins with Park and Sweeney. How is Wesley on the all-time great Bruins team? Ask Dave Koch. I have absolutely no idea. But that's what he is. So Rattel and Beliveau on the face-off. Beliveau wins it. They chip it out. LaFleur in the zone. The other way. He puts a shot, and Peters makes this acrobatic save and holds on. 13:01 first period. Harvey and Lapointe on the defense for Montreal. Dickie Moore, LaRouche, and Boom Boom Jeffrey on as the forwards. First line out for the Bruins. Esposito, Busick, and Neely. And Esposito wins the face-off. Bork to Orr. Knocked off by Moore. Montreal. Guy Lapointe will skate it in. Harvey Neely slams Jeffrey on, and Boston has control. Samsonov, Oates, and Murray. Sweeney and Park coming on. No changes for the Habs. Oates clears it down, and we got a whistle for icing. 11:51 first period, no score. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have it, Dave. Boom, boom, Jeffrey on. Even Cleveland has an all-time team on this thing. I was impressed. So Oates and LaRouche on the face-off. Nope. So Blake's bringing in Mahavlich and the Richard boys. Savard and Tremblay on defense. Oates is so good on the face-off. He wins it. Dumps it in. Has it. Now is going to shoot on Dryden. Past everybody to the wide right. Now Tremblay will skate it up for Montreal. Richard 3-on-2. Big brother has it. Maurice with a shot. He shoots, and that misses everything. Wide left. Here come the Bruins. Samsonov. They're going to change. Orr. Sit in to Busick. Over to Neely. Back to Orr. Esposito behind the net. Finds Busick open. Busick's got a shot. Dryden makes the save, and we got a face-off coming. So Claude Provost, Lemaire and Cournoyer, Robinson and Chelios on defense. Thornton out there with Hodge and Horvath. Park and Chara on defense for Boston. Lemaire wins the face-off. Provost will dump it in. Lemaire. Robinson. One-timer tipped by Provost wide. And here come the Bruins the other way. Horvath. Over to Hodge. Back over to Chara. Long shot. Off of Dryden's pad. Rebound Hodge. Over to Horvath. Horvath. The left wing shoots. Dryden gives up the rebound. He kicked it right to Jean Lemaire. And over to Cournoyer. But Cournoyer preceded the puck, and we have a whistle. First line in, Shutt, Beliveau, and Lafleur with Harvey in the point. And the computer says Cashman, Rattel, and McKenzie are your forwards. Orr and Bork are on defense. So hope you're enjoying this. And if you're a Bruins fan, hey, you've outshot Montreal 6-3 here in the first period. Face-off is won by Rattel. Now there's a scrum. McKenzie brings it in. Finds Orr. Shot by Orr, blocked by Harvey, and Montreal will skate it out. Harvey to LaPointe, shut over the line to Lafleur. Beliveau is hit by Bork. Bork apologizes. Now McKenzie back to Bork. Long shot. That doesn't hit anything. LaPointe has it and dumps it out to center. Cashman to Orr to Rattel. Tries to find McKenzie. Beliveau hits it. Boston not happy with that hit. Line 2 out for Montreal. Robinson to Boom Boom Jeffrey on. Chara knocks him off the puck. Murray will dump it in. Delayed penalty coming against Montreal. Oates with the wrister, and Dryden will make the save. So Boom Boom gets called for the hold with 6:24 to go in the first. So Savard and Tremblay are your defense. Provost and Lemaire will kill the penalty for Montreal. Power play unit out for Boston. Joe Thornton with Sergei Samsonov and Murray. Glenn Murray, don't ask me, with Bork and Glenn Wesley working together again. And the Bruins fans are going, really? No Bobby Orr? Nope, not to start. So Thornton and Lemaire face off. Lemaire wins it. Montreal clears. And Neely will start the rush back. Orr over to Esposito. Phil. Clear shot. Rebound. Given up by Dryden. Taken by Esposito. Going to try the wraparound. Saved by the Thinker. And so that's better. So again, no changes. You can see the people out for the Bruins. 1:19 to go. And the penalty to Jeffreyon. Montreal wins that one, and they clear it out. Now the Bruins change on the fly. Hodge dumps it in, but Dryden will play it. And Montreal, with 46 seconds to go on the man advantage, will clear. This time it's Cashman. Nowhere to go. They dump it in. Horvath behind the net to Hodge. They find Bork. Bork with a long shot. That will miss wide to right. Horvath has it. Savard pokes it away. The penalty's over. And Montreal will bring on their first line. Doug Harvey will skate it out. Oates' line is in. In fact, Oates makes the hit. Murray to Oates. Finds Sweeney. Samsonov in the slot. Sergei shoots. Rebound Dryden. Lapointe clears it out to center, and Joe Thornton has the puck from there. 3:13 to go in the first period. Joe Thornton will try to dump it in. They do. But Boom Boom Jeffreyon takes it out the other way. Now Dickie Moore. Long shot. Way past Peters. Wide right. Boston will change again. Back come the Bruins. Don Sweeney dumps it around. Found by Esposito. They get it to Esposito again. Now Neely's going to try to get the shot. It's blocked by Dickie Moore. Montreal has it. The Richard brothers come on. So do Savard and Tremblay. Both teams change. Richard, Maurice to Henri. Now Peter with the shot from the slot. Oh, that's off the post. And Bork will take it. Now Rattel. And they dump it in before Mihalic can get it. Harvey and Lapointe will play defense for Montreal. Henri Richard over to Mihalic. Again from the slot. Peters will cover it up. And there's 56.9 seconds to go in the first period. Gotta make that change at the end of the period. So Lemaire with Provost and Cournoyer. Out there with Harvey and Lapointe in the last minute. Thornton, Horvath, and Hodge are forwards. Park and Sweeney are defenders. And Horvath will take the draw, but Lemaire will win it. To Lemaire. He's got lots of people open. Cournoyer at the slot. Slapper from Cournoyer is held on by Peters. So 23 seconds to go. Montreal puts on their first line. Beliveau, Shutt, and Lafleur. Rattel, Cashman, and McKenzie. Rattel wins the faceoff over to Cashman. Passes it over to Samsonov. I think they're going to dump the period. Bruins dump it down. Oates has it. Over to Orr. Samsonov. Last seconds of the period. Samsonov shoots, blocked by Harvey, and that's the end of the first period. Well, no score. 10 shots to 5 for the Bruins. Both teams had 3 scoring chances, and the Bruins couldn't cash in after one. Boston, nothing. Montreal, nothing. The only thing on the score sheet is that penalty from Jeffreyon at 13:36. The Bruins and Montreal are pretty much even in face-offs. Boston, the more physical team. And Montreal had the penalty. So we go to the second period. Beliveau and Esposito on the face-off. And Boston wins the draw. They try to move it out, but Montreal will steal it. Beliveau will skate it in the zone. Over to Shutt. Busick with a hit. Here comes Neely the other way. Busick to Bork. Bork shot. Dryden gets a glove on it, drops it down, and plays it to the point. Line changes. LaRouche dumps it in the corner to Jeffreyon. Jeffreyon with a shot tipped by LaRouche wide. Bernie gets it. Boom, boom. Tipped by LaRouche and a score! Geoffrion gets the assist, but LaRouche deflected it. Peters went left, the puck went right. And with 18:11 to go in the second period, Montreal is on the board, 1-0. So LaRouche and Rattel will face this one off. So an early score here in the second for Montreal. Rattel wins this one. Boston will dump it in. Rattel has it, tries to find someone for the pass. He can't do it. Dickie Moore takes it away. Back come the Bruins. Nothing going the other way. The Richards are out, and so is Chara. Samsonov slaps it in. Murray loses the puck. Now the Richards have it. Mahavlich to Henri. Back to Mahavlich. Tries to find someone open. Maurice is open in front of the net. A pass. He shoots point blank range, and Peters makes the save. So that was a good shot and a good save by Peters. So he'll hold on. Rattel and Mahavlich will take this face-off. Harvey and Lapointe are the defenders. Bork working with Chara this time around. Cashman, McKenzie, and Rattel are the forwards. Montreal wins it. Henri. Now to Lapointe. Lapointe going to take a shot from the blue line. He fires. Peters with the stop, and we got another face-off. And this time some tempers are kind of flaring, and some gloves are being changed. First line out there for Montreal. Beliveau was shutting the floor. Thornton out there with Horvath and Hodge. Beliveau wins the face-off to LaFleur. Back over to Shutt. Harvey's open, but they're going to set it up again. Now it's Lapointe. Lapointe tries a high shot that misses everything. Park has it for Boston, and they clear it down. Boston has it at center. Orr. Montreal changes the defensive pair. Buick to Neely. Montreal has it. Neely trying to get it, but Robinson checked him in the wall. Chelios waits for the forwards to change. LaRouche, Moore, and Geoffrion come on. McKenzie hits LaRouche. Bork now has it. He's pressured. Stolen by Geoffrion. Can't get it anywhere. They'll play dump and chase. Chelios at the blue line. Penalty coming up against the Bruins. And McKenzie is called for the high stick with 13:09 to go in the second. So 1-0 Montreal. They're going to go back on the power play. And it starts with Cournoyer at center, Maurice Richard on the right, and Jacques Lemaire on the left. Oates and Rattel will kill this one. With Park and Chara. Yeah, it's a game that's on sale. Not the team franchise best, but it's the one that's in the sale for $9.95 or $10.05 or whatever. I bet. All right. So Oates wins the faceoff, and the Bruins clear. Lemaire starts the rush back up, and he comes in offside. Robinson and Lapointe go in on defense. It'll still be Lemaire, Cournoyer, and Maurice Richard. 1:19 left in the power play on the penalty by McKenzie. Cashman kicks it out, and the Bruins clear again. Now here comes Montreal. Richard to Cournoyer. Robinson finds Lemaire. Lemaire shoots. Richard deflects it, and Maurice Richard scores. And they are just stomping and screaming here. He got the Lemaire with the initial shot. It just kind of hit the stick of Richard, and he got it below Peters. So Lemaire and Robinson get the assists, and it's 2-0 Montreal. So LaRouche is out there with Geoffrion and Dickie Moore. Esposito's out there with the Chief, Johnny Busick, and Cam Neely. Park and Sweeney on defense. Savard and Tremblay out for Montreal. And LaRouche wins the face-off. Geoffrion over to Moore. Moore back over to Geoffrion, who finds LaRouche. He shoots Peters with a save. And he'll hold on, and the Bruins will change up. Murray, Oates, and Samsonov out there with Orr and Bork. No changes for Montreal. Called just franchise. Yep, that's what it is. The zip file was HK franchise. So Oates and LaRouche is dropped. LaRouche wins it. Tremblay. LaRouche gets nailed, and the Boston Bruins officials say no penalty. Tremblay has it. JC with a shot from the blue line. Skates in. Moore tries to tip it, but Peters will hang on, and we got ourselves a face-off. So Hodge, Thornton, and Horvath with Sweeney and Park along with the Montreal regulars. They'll draw it back. LaRouche wins it to Geoffrion. Back to LaRouche. Now Geoffrion. He's got Dickie Moore open in the between the dots. Moore shoots. He misses everything. Now Park will dump it out, but only to center. Montreal will change. The Richard line out there with Harvey and Lapointe. Mahavlich dumps it into Lapointe. Oates steals a 2-on-1 the other way. Samsonov gets past Lapointe. Sergei, no sir. Saved by Dryden. And we got a face-off in the Montreal zone. So no changes for the Habs. Bork and Chara are working together with Neely, Esposito, and Busick. There is a franchise best, Dave, and I think it's going to look weird to you on YouTube when I talk about this. I think that that is the best team of each franchise's history. So it'd be like the 75 or the 76, 77 Habs and the Bruins. See, these are just the best players. On sale this week from Action PC Sports. Mahavlich and Esposito. Mahavlich is going to go aggressive. Mahavlich wins the faceoff. Busick cuts it off, and Mahavlich gets it in the zone. But Neely hits Lapointe. We go the other way. Esposito to Neely. Lapointe hits Esposito and immediately is called for a roughing call. And so Dave Gardner and his crew from the EMRHL have really made an impact in this game. The Bruins are on the power play. So Provost and Lemaire will be back to defend for Montreal. Chelios and Robinson on the blue lines. For the Bruins, it's Buick, Esposito, and Neely. Neely doesn't have a shot yet. And again, Bork is out there with Glenn Wesley. 9:02 to go. Second period. 2-0 Montreal. Lemaire clears it out. So Wesley will start this up. Busick. Dryden plays it. Wesley pressures, but Montreal clears. No changes. 1:15 to go in the power play. Now Neely comes in offside. And Claude Julien has a few unkind words. The Bruins just aren't putting a lot of pressure on. Montreal changes the defenders. 50 seconds left. Mahavlich and LaRouche with Savard and Harvey. Horvath wins the faceoff. Cashman gets it in the zone. Horvath behind the net. Savard hits him. Harvey 3-on-1 shorthanded with LaRouche. Orr back to defend. And Orr knocked it off the puck. Orr knocked the puck off and stopped the shorthanded bid. He's out there with Chara, Horvath, but they can't do anything with it. Power play's over. Shut Beliveau on the floor with Savard and Tremblay. Serge Savard. Oates line is on for Boston. LaFleur to Shut. Back to Tremblay. JC fires. Beliveau deflects wide. Now Don Sweeney. They get it out to center. but Steve Shutt intercepts it. Shutt to Beliveau. Another penalty coming, and Oates gets called for the trip. And so Hall is not very happy. They're going to write a song about it someday, I'm sure. And so how about this power play combination? Jacques Lemaire, Jean Beliveau, and Maurice Richard with Chris Chelios. No, hit the right button. Larry Robinson and Guy Lapointe. Rattel and Cashman to kill for the Bruins with Wesley and Sweeney. 2-0 Habs. Beliveau wins the faceoff. Richard to Beliveau. Finds Lapointe outside. Cashman, however, makes the hit. Boston will clear it. So Montreal will reset. 1:37 on the penalty to Oates. Wesley and Lemaire battle for it. Lemaire brings it over. Beliveau back over to Lapointe. Beliveau in front. Shot coming. Peters makes the stop, and he'll freeze it. So LaRouche will be out there with Dickie Moore and Guy Lafleur. Samsonov and Neely out there to kill it with Chara and Park. 5.5 to go in the second, and 1:12 left on the power play on the bad penalty by Oates. Not a lot of shots. 12 aside. So Neely and LaRouche will face it off. Neely wins it. Neely over the line. Another penalty is called, and now the power play's over because Guy Lapointe sat there and kind of held Cam Neely's jersey, got a grab on it, and gets called for the interference. So it'll be Busick and Dickie Moore. Now you got to wait to get who's going to come on. Harvey and Tremblay with Shutt and Lafleur. So 4-on-4 for 57 seconds, and then the Bruins will get a power play. Shutt wins the faceoff. Montreal plays it up. Lafleur, he's going to get his second shot of the game. Flings it at Peters, who makes the stop. And that'll bring up Samsonov and Murray, Chara and Wesley. No changes for Montreal. 36 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Shutt and Murray battle for it. Boston wins the faceoff. They clear it to center, but only to Lafleur. But Montreal dumps it back in. Here comes the Bruins power play. Chelios and Robinson. Provost and Lemaire will kill it. Murray to Samsonov to Oates. Finds Wesley with a slapper. Wesley shoots. Murray tries to deflect wide. And Wesley has it. To Oates. Over to Samsonov. Samsonov guarded by Lemaire. Shoots. Dryden rebounds. Murray takes the rebound, and Dryden will hang on for dear life. And 29 seconds to go in the power play. 3 shots for the Bruins. Hope you're enjoying this, Dave, and anyone watching on YouTube later, as we're trying live on Twitch and tape on YouTube, Boston and Montreal, and this RSN hockey special from the Forum in Montreal. Esposito's out there with Busick and Neely. Chara and Orr playing defense together. Esposito and Lemaire on the faceoff. Esposito wins it. Neely to Busick. Esposito with Busick in front. Shot. Busick deflects it. Dryden saves. Rebound. Neely. Neely wraparound time on Dryden. Can't get it through. Off the pad. Esposito behind the net. He loses it. The power play's over, but Boston got 5 shots on. Then Montreal will change. Everybody changes. Rattel hits Dickie Moore. Now Rattel behind the net. Finds Cashman. Cashman shot. Dryden found a piece of that one. Loose puck. McKenzie's got it for Boston. Lapointe checks it away. And Montreal will try to skate it out. LaRouche dumps it in for Moore. Back to LaRouche. Jeffrey-on. Boom Boom with a wrister. Misses everything. Bruins have it. Bork broke his stick. Richard line on for Montreal with Savard and Tremblay on defense. Here comes Don Sweeney to Murray, and comes across offsides. 1:49 to go in the second. 2-0 Habs. Bruins out shooting Montreal 17-13. So drinky time for me. Mahovlich and Thornton. Mark and Sweeney on defense. And Horvath will take the face-off instead. Boston wins it. But they turn it right over. Tremblay to Richard. Maurice back over to Mahovlich. Mahovlich has Henri open in the slot. Richard shoots. Peters saves. So Oates, Samsonov, and Murray against the Richard boys and Mahovlich. Oates and Mahovlich on the face-off. Montreal wins it. Maurice over to Mahovlich. Again, Henri is open. And Henri, quick wrister. He shoots. Peters gets a piece of that. And he'll slide it over to Bort. And Montreal will make some changes. Bruins have it. 49 to go here in the second period. Busick in the zone. Penalty coming as John Beliveau, of all people, gets called for a trip. What a crock of poo-poo. As Jean Beliveau goes, what? Me? Never. So Chelios joins Lapointe on defense for Montreal. Provost and Lemaire will kill it. For the Bruins with 33.9 to go, Neely and Busick with Esposito and Wesley and Bork on defense. So Lemaire and Esposito. Lemaire wins the faceoff. Montreal clears, and the Bruins will touch and bring it up. Neely over to Esposito. To Busick. Esposito looks to pass. Provost pokes it away, and that's the end of the second period. 10-7 the shots in favor of Montreal. And the power play was effective. After 2, Habs 2, Bruins nothing. Excuse me. So the 2 goals, LaRouche from Geoffrion at a minute 49, and then Maurice Richard deflected the shot by Jacques Lemaire on the power play. 10-7 the shots, 17-15 in favor of Boston. Boston the more physical team, but really this has kind of been a low-scoring affair. Not much to write home about so far. 20 minutes to go. Neely, Esposito, and Busick with Orr and Chara. Chelios and Lapointe out there with Provost and Lemaire. Minute 27 to go on the power play. Face-off won by Montreal. Espo recovers it. Bruins bring it up. Busick to Busick. Behind the net. Busick skates it around. He's got a shot blocked by Provost. Puck is free. Esposito. Broken stick by Lapointe. But Lapointe checks Esposito and somehow Montreal clears. Time for one last rush for the Bruins. Or to Neely. Over to Espo. Power play's over. Busick. Slapper. Dryden gets the paddle on it. Rebound Montreal. And changes are coming. Mahovlich out there with Moore and Cornwall. Savard and Tremblay on defense. Provost will stand it up till they can make the change. Now Savard. Mahovlich. Another penalty coming, this time on the Bruins. Mahovlich shoots. That misses everything. Touched by a Bruin. And Adam Oates is called for a hook. And so Dickie Moore out there with Beliveau and LaFleur. Doug Harvey and J.C. Tremblay are out for the defenders for Montreal. Rattel and Cashman will kill it for the Bruins with Sweeney and Wesley. Beliveau and Rattel. Boston clears. So Tremblay starts it back up. 12 seconds gone. Moore over the line. And Beliveau was hurt. And you can just hear the silence from the crowd. Cournoyer will come in to take the face-off. Not like there's any shortage of talent on either one of these teams. Cashman and Rattel, Chara and Park to kill. Moore, Lafleur, and Cournoyer with Harvey and Tremblay with 1:28 left to go in the power play. Montreal wins it. Cournoyer over the line to Lafleur, back over to Harvey, guarded by Chara. Harvey's going to try to shoot. Long shot. And Peters makes the easy save. So no changes for anybody. Well, Wesley and Sweeney are out for the Bruins. 1:05 to go in the penalty to Oates. Cournoyer. Montreal wins it. Moore. Now Lafleur. Cournoyer open in the middle. One-timer blocked by Wesley. Now Boston clears it. Tremblay back behind the net. Moore into the zone. Cournoyer. They pass it around. Tremblay. Going to try a long shot. 36 seconds to go in the power play. Samsonov guarding Tremblay. Peters gives up the rebound. Cournoyer over to Moore. Moore looking for somebody to pass it to. They send it around. Again, Dickie Moore. Cournoyer is open. In the middle. Low shot in the corner. Peters makes the catch. And Don Sweeney just got nailed by Dickie Moore. So 12 seconds to go in the power play. Lemaire, Mahavlich, and Maurice Richard out there with Robinson and Lapointe. Rattel, Cashman, Orr, and Board. I'm surprised they haven't played more together, but they played a combined 35 minutes. 16:15 to go in the hockey game. 12 seconds left in the play. Mahavlich and Rattel. Mahavlich wins it over to Robinson. Larry fires a shot. Peters makes the save over to Bork, and the power play's over. Henri Richard now on with it. Back to his brother. Stolen by Samsonov over to Orr. 3-on-1 to Murray. From Samsonov, Dryden stands tall and makes the save. Orr created the breakaway. Probably shouldn't have been this. He probably should have been a bit more selfish, and instead set it up to Samsonov and Murray, and Dryden makes his 19th stop. Peters has saved 17 of 19. So Mahavlich and Esposito will face off. Now Richard, Henri will take the draw instead. Esposito wins it to Neely. Sweeney, loose punt. Montreal has it. Mahavlich, stolen by Oates at center. Montreal will make some changes. Murray to Oates to Bork. Wrister from Bork. Blocked by Harvey. Bork has it again. Bork hit by Moore. Montreal has it. Dickie Moore. More changes. Loose puck. Sweeney and Provost battle. Provost has it. J.C. Tremblay. Peters makes the easy save. 13:45 to go. Shut Provost and Lafleur. And we'll bring Robinson and Chelios out. Rattel and Provost on the faceoff. Provost wins it to Lafleur. Provost got nailed, but Dave Gardner said, What? Didn't see what? Lafleur finds Provost open in the middle. Between the dots and misses wide. Bruins have it. Rattel to Chara. Provost hits Chara. Lafleur. Cross ice pass to Shut. Shut. Peters with the save and a rebound. LaFleur. Rebound. Over everything. Boston has it. Everybody changes up. 12:36 to go in the game. Neely to Esposito. Sweeney and a one-timer, and Dryden got a piece of it. It was a weak one. It kind of hit the wrong part of the stick, but it's 20 saves for Dryden and 19 for Peters. Savard and Tremblay come out on defense. Old Samson with Bork and Chara for the Bruins. Savard and Tremblay on defense with LaRouche, Moore, and Geoffrion for Montreal. Oates and LaRouche. Oates wins the faceoff over to Bork. Chara. He winds and fires. Savard with a block. Montreal will have it. Tremblay will skate it out. Moore to Geoffrion. Back over to LaRouche. LaRouche fires. That misses everything. Boston has it. Richard line coming in for Montreal. Esposito in the zone. They bring it out. Neely into the Montreal zone, but someone was offside, and a few words are said, and we got ourselves a face-off. 11:03 to go in the hockey game. Montreal 2, Boston nothing. And I think I have put poor Dave to sleep. So Mahavlich and Rattel, you are here, okay. Mahavlich and Rattel with the Richard brothers from Montreal. McKenzie and Cashman with the Bruins. Bork and Orr together again. So tied up. Boston wins the faceoff. Bork, however, loses it. Mahavlich has it behind the net. Nobody open. Montreal will cycle the puck. Richard has it. Again, nobody open. Good defense by the Bruins here, as you'd expect with Orr and Bork together on the ice. Richard gets leveled, and Montreal starts throwing stuff. Mahavlich now behind the net. I don't know who made the hit. I think it was McKenzie. They tried to feed Maurice Richard inside, but Henri missed the puck. Here come the Bruins. The Form is incensed. Murray hit by Provost. Montreal has it at center. Chelios will skate it in the zone. LaFleur from Provost. Flings one at the net. Don Sweeney with the block over the glass and out of play. So Thornton out there with Hodge and Horvath. Bork and Orr. LaRouche at center with Moore and Geoffrion. Savard and Tremblay on defense. Oh boy, some tense moments here. And LaRouche wins the face-off to Geoffrion. Oh, everybody's open. LaRouche in the middle. He's got a shot, but Peters is equal to the challenge, and he'll hold on. So Oates, Samsonov, and Murray, Sweeney and Park for Boston. No changes for Montreal. LaRouche and Oates. LaRouche wins the face-off. Geoffrion to Moore. Back over to LaRouche. Geoffrion finds his seam. One-timer. Peters with a stop. Park and LaRouche fight for it. Park has it. Boston will steal it out. Everybody makes changes. Horvath shoots the wrister. That misses everything. Chelios brings it back. Montreal starts, but only to center as Samsonov makes the check and tries to skate it in. Gets past Robinson. Shut checks Sweeney, and Montreal will back the other way. Line changes all around as Tremblay tries to start the play. Now Richard over to Mahavlich. Mahavlich right on to Peters, but he saw that all the way. And here come the Bruins. Wesley knocks it out over the glass. No penalty on that. 5:24 to go in the hockey game. Montreal 2, Boston nothing. So it'll be LaRouche with Moore and Jeffrey on for the Habs, Rattel, Cashman, and McKenzie for the Bruins, with Chara and Bork on defense. Rattel and LaRouche will face off. Rattel wins it. Boston sends it out, but only to center. LaRouche to Jeffrey on in the zone to Moore. As LaRouche might be open, but Cashman knocks it off. Cashman to McKenzie to Bork, but too many passes. They couldn't get the shot off. Dickie Moore knocked off Raymond Bork and made the steal. Bruins chirping there should have been a penalty. Changes all around. Not far enough for an icing. Oates the other way to Murray to Oates. Samsonov behind the net. Samsonov. Dipsy doodles a shot. Dryden gives up the rebound. Murray. Rebound. Shot misses. Everything wide. Boston has it at center. 3:05 to go. Thornton to Park. Back to Thornton. Sweeney again. One too many passes and they lose the puck. First line in for Montreal. Espo the check. Boston comes back out. Neely winds and fires, and Dryden caught that one. Timeout Boston. 1:48 to go. Montreal 2. Boston nothing. So Esposito, Busick, and Neely will double shift with Orr and Bork. Mahavlich out there with, this time it's Jeffreyon and Moore, Harvey and Lapointe on defense. So Espo and Mahavlich will face it off. And Esposito wins it over to Bork. Bork with a shot, Dryden with a save. We'll do it again. 1:42 to go. This time it's Oates with Samsonov and Murray against Mahavlich. Mahavlich wins the faceoff. Harvey carries it. They'll kill some clock and dump it into zone and walk it in. Moore. They're going to pass it around. They're cycling the puck. Jeffreyon finds Lapointe, but Bork will make the check, and here come the Bruins. Goalie's out. Esposito's on. Murray with the puck. Lapointe knocks it around. Lapointe's going to try to shoot it. 37 seconds to go. Can't Samsonov the other way to Oates, to Orr, Esposito. No one can get a shot. Montreal, 12 seconds to go. Mahavlich with the empty netter, blocked by Bork, and that's the game. And so, really, you would think for all the offensive firepower on display, this was a pretty dour affair. So 9-6, the shots for Montreal in the third. And the final score is Montreal 2, Boston nothing. And so look at those pictures. So the only goals came in the second period. LaRouche from Jeffreyon and Maurice Richard from Lemaire and Robinson. The only power play came for Montreal early in the third period. Goalies, Pete Peters he made 22 saves. Kenny Dryden. If you're looking at the Bruin stats, Orr and Bork played 25 minutes apiece. Park, Sweeney, and Chara. Kind of interesting how they ran the forward lines, if you ask me. Glenn Wesley only played 7-17. And for Montreal, Doug Harvey played 23 minutes. And Cornway only played 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So the goals from Maurice Richard and LaRouche. All righty then. What a surprise. Unsub. You weren't subbed to begin with on Twitch. Okay. So there you go. And just this one-time game, Montreal has beaten Boston 2-0. This will be posted on tape onto Facebook, onto YouTube. So if you watch there, congratulations. But this was our Twitch test, and it was interesting to set up for sure. I'm Ron Juckett for Retro Sports Network. We'll do some more stuff over here. Hopefully more people will find us. The final score tonight, Montreal 2, Boston nothing, and somebody's Guy Lafleur Voodoo Doll is going to get loaded up really quick. Have yourselves a good night, everybody.